How do you ever expect to amount to anything without an education, I'd like to know? Even in these bungling, backward medieval times, you have got to know where you're going. Don't you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, of course. So, you must plan for the future, boy. You've got to find a direction. And you...
Well, I wasn't really sure what I wanted to be when I grew up, but I knew that my sister and I, we played college. And we weren't even sure of anybody who'd ever been to college. I ended up being one of the first people in my family to attend college and to graduate.
You know, both my mom and dad were teachers, and so I grew up, they would have school books at home and stuff, and so I grew up playing teacher, and I would have my students and desks, and you know, they would have assignments, and I would pretend that they would read out loud, and that's what I did. But I also wanted to be like a floral arranger, and so really literally when I put in my application to NDSU, I had horticulture on there, and I took it out of the mail, opened the envelope, and crossed out horticulture and put education. So
I wanted to be a professional rodeo clown. I was asked this question long ago when I was in high school, and at that time I wanted to be a mom and have lots of kids, probably because I grew up in a big family. But I don't have any children, so all my students are my kids.
Looks like you've been missing a lot of work lately.
I wouldn't say I've been missing it, Bob.
Besides babysitting, my first job was a car hop at a root beer stand in Crosby, North Dakota.
it was in a school, and I was a student secretary. So while the regular secretary, I believe, went to lunch or something, I'm not just sure. You know, I can't really recall what hours I worked, but I would go in there and type letters or do mimeograph work. It was mimeograph way back then with that awful fluid stuff. But yeah, and just do little odds and ends for people.
I was a car hop at a drive-in in my hometown in Crystal, North Dakota. And that one's the truth. Other than babysitting, I worked at the local newspaper. I worked Saturday mornings as a receptionist, and that was my high school years.
Well, fascinating is a word I use for the unexpected. Fascinating. 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 Fascinating, Captain. Fascinating. 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 A most fascinating thing happened. Fascinating. Fascinating. But it would be a fascinating project. Fascinating. 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 But quite impossible.
Please, Spock, do me a favor, and don't say it's fascinating.
No. But it is interesting.
Well, many people don't realize that I went to a country school, the same country school that my dad went to school in the 1920s, and I was the only student in my grade.
You know, I think what people don't know about me is probably some of my musical background, and you know, I played a number of different instruments in high school, and probably the one that I enjoyed the most, and probably, you know, maybe have dreams of taking up again is the string bass, and I miss that. I do some musical things, but I miss being involved with music.
I am a professional rodeo clown. This was hard because I'm pretty much an open book, but the only thing I could think of is that I'm one of 10 children.
Do I need makeup or anything? I hate this. I just hate this.
I've never felt very fascinating. Thank you.
So, you know, people don't get to I am a professional rodeo clown.